wasn't ready to go home yet. I wasn't ready to go home yet. Missed my exit on purpose tonight. Took the longer route just to clear my mind. The city's wearing diamonds in the rearview mirror, and somehow everything feels lighter. No destination pulling on my sleeve, no clock reminding me where I'm supposed to be. Just me, the road, and whatever thought shows up next. Funny how answers arrive when nobody's asking. The long way home always tells the truth. The long way home gives my thoughts room to breathe a little. The long way home turns noise into clarity. The long way home knows exactly what I need. Oh. I spent years trying to get somewhere as fast as possible, thinking speeding in progress. Now I know some things reveal themselves when you slow down long enough to notice them. Maybe the point was never arriving. Maybe it was learning how to enjoy the ride. No destination, just direction. The long way home, the long way home always feels worth it. The long way home never waste my time. Home. Maybe that's why I keep taking it. The long way home. Funny thing happened, I forgot to worry. I used to carry tomorrow like it was already here, borrowing stress from things that hadn't happened yet. Always preparing, always bracing, always expecting something to go wrong. Then one day I looked around and realized most of the things I worried about never showed up. Imagine that I forgot to worry and life kept working. I forgot to worry and nothing fell apart. I forgot to worry, the sky stayed up, the road stayed open. I forgot to worry, and somehow everything got easier. Turns out peace wasn't hiding from me. I was just too busy searching for problems to notice it. Funny how calm feels when you stop rehearsing worst case scenarios in your head every night. What a waste of energy that was. I forgot to worry. Maybe I'll do it again tomorrow. to worry. It's quiet tonight. In a good way. No emergencies, no chaos calling, no unfinished conversations. Living rent-free in my head, just stillness. The kind I used to think was impossible. Funny how things change when you stop feeding every fire. You didn't start, I like it here. Everything's settled, the noise got smaller. Everything's settled, the pressure lifted. Everything's settled, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't need anything. Everything's settled, and so did I. I thought peace would feel dramatic, like a movie ending, or some big moment everybody talks about. Turns out it feels ordinary, and that's the beauty of it. Nothing to prove, nothing to chase, nothing to fix, just being. Maybe this was the goal the whole time. Everything's settled. And I stayed a while. Everything's settled. It's quiet tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. The phone lit up with something that would've ruined my whole mood before a message, an opinion, a problem, looking for somewhere to land. Funny thing is, I looked at it, set it back down and kept listening to the song that was playing. Some things can wait. Not tonight, I'm not carrying that tonight. Not tonight, not tonight, I'm not giving it my peace. Not tonight, the world can keep spinning without my attention. Tonight belongs to me. Maybe I'm learning everything doesn't deserve a reaction. Maybe every battle doesn't need a volunteer. Maybe protecting your energy looks a lot like leaving things alone and letting tomorrow handle tomorrow. Imagine that. Not tonight, I'm not carrying that tonight. Not tonight, not tonight, I'm not giving it my peace. Not tonight, the world can keep spinning tonight. I'm good right here. For once, I don't need control, don't need the map, don't need the wheel. I spent enough years trying to steer everything, trying to predict every turn ahead. Maybe that's why this feels different. The pressure disappears the second I let go. Funny how that works. Passenger side, watching life go by. Passenger side, no destination in mind. Passenger side, just enjoying the ride. Passenger side, maybe that's enough tonight. The view looks different when you're not responsible for every outcome, every possibility, every next step. Sometimes the lesson isn't where you're going, it's learning. You don't have to drive everything. The road kept moving without my help. Imagine that. The city's glowing. Passenger side, my thoughts are slowing. Passenger side, for once, I'm exactly where I need to be. Passenger side. Funny how one song can do that. The last song played before I turned the key, still floating through my head like it never really left. Funny how certain moments get attached to music, like the melody decides to keep the memory alive. I wasn't thinking about it till the chorus came back. Now I'm sitting here smiling for reasons I can't explain. Music remembers things we forget. The last song played, stayed a little longer. The last song played, turned a moment into something. The last song played, made an ordinary night feel unforgettable. The last song played, still echoing now. Some songs become people, some songs become places, some songs become versions of yourself you never lose. Funny how a few notes can bring everything back without even trying. A soundtrack for a life still happening. The last song played didn't really end. The last song played, just follow nobody asked, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Yeah, everybody got advice, everybody got opinions, everybody got a blueprint for somebody else's life. Funny thing is, most people talking aren't even happy with their own choices. I learned a long time ago to listen less and observe more. Big difference, that's just me though. Nobody asked, but here's what I learned. Nobody asked, but here's what I know. Nobody asked. Life gets better when you stop living it for an audience. Nobody asked, but maybe somebody needed that. I stopped explaining, stopped defending, stopped auditioning for acceptance. The right people never required all that anyway. Silence taught me more than approval ever did. Nobody asked. Still felt worth saying. Nobody asked. You know what's funny? I spent so much time trying to improve things, adjust things, fix things that I forgot. Some moments arrive exactly as they're supposed to. No edits needed, tonight felt like that. No missing pieces, no unfinished business, no pressure. Just enough. Imagine that nothing needed fixing, nothing needed saving, nothing needed changing. Everything was already enough. Oh, nothing needed fixing. For once, I just got to enjoy it. Maybe peace isn't something you create, and maybe it's something you finally stop interrupting. Maybe happiness was never hiding. Maybe I just slowed down enough to notice it. No repairs, no renovations, just appreciation. Nothing needed fixing. That felt beautiful. Nothing needed fixing. And that felt beautiful. Nothing needed fixing. I can feel it. I don't know exactly what happens next, and honestly, that's okay. For the first time in a long time, the unknown feels exciting instead of scary. Maybe confidence isn't having all the answers. Maybe it's trusting yourself without them. That's where I'm at. Better from here. That's how it feels. Better from here. I'm finally on my own side. Better from here. I like the sound of that. No missed calls tonight. The phone stayed quiet, the room stayed peaceful. No emergencies, no unexpected drama, no notifications pulling me away from whatever moment I was living in. Funny how silence used to make me nervous. Now it feels expensive in the best way. I earned this peace. No missed calls, no missed opportunities, no missed chances. Just a quiet night. No missed calls, nobody needing something, nobody demanding energy. No missed calls, and I don't mind it. I used to think being needed meant being important. Now I know being at peace is just as valuable, maybe more. The world survived without my attention. No missed calls. Maybe that's the blessing. Windows down, music up. Yeah. The air feels different when you're not carrying the weight of everything. The city feels bigger, the night feels softer, the future feels closer than it used to. I don't need a destination, tonight's enough. Just me in the moment. Windows down, letting everything in. Windows down, letting everything go. Windows down, the music sounds better, the stars look brighter. Windows down, that's the mood tonight. Sometimes healing looks like laughter, sometimes growth looks like peace, sometimes freedom looks like a random drive with nowhere to be. No pressure, just presence. Windows down, I need it there. Windows down, 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 some things changed, some things didn't. The dreams got bigger, the circle got smaller, the peace got louder, the noise got quieter. I still laugh at the same dumb things, still get excited about little wins. But somewhere along the way I grew into myself. can see it now. Some things change, and I'm grateful they did. Some things changed, and life got better. Some things changed, but somehow I still feel like things changed exactly when they should've. I spent years trying to become somebody. Turns out I was just uncovering who I already was. Funny how that works. Some things changed, and I'm okay with that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I spent years thinking I was late, watching everybody else cross finish lines, comparing timelines, comparing milestones, comparing chapters that weren't mine. Funny thing is, the second I stopped looking, everything started unfolding exactly how it should. Imagine that, right on time, not a minute early, not a minute late, right on time. Everything arrived when I was ready, right on time. The lessons, the people, the opportunities, right on time. I don't rush flowers, I don't rush sunsets. Why was I rushing myself the whole time? Some things bloom on their own schedule, right on time. Always was. Always was. Funny. Nobody asked that. Everybody talks about failure. Everybody talks about risk. Everybody asks, what if it falls apart? What if it doesn't happen? What if you're wrong? But tonight I got a different question. What if it works? What if everything actually comes together? Now that's interesting. What if it works? What if the dream survives? What if it works? What if the door opens? What if it works? What if this time everything changes? What if it works? Have you thought about that? Maybe fate looks a lot like being willing to ask a better question. What if the future is waiting on confidence? What if it works? What if it already is? Funny. No rush, no rush. I used to chase everything like it was running away. Love, money, success, validation, peace. Now I understand what's meant for me doesn't require a sprint. finally learn. Not in a hurry, not anymore. Not in a hurry. The pressure disappears. Not in a hurry. Life feels better when you stop racing it. Not in a hurry. And that's enough. Turns out patience isn't passive. It's confidence. The destination's not moving. Not in a hurry. I like it here. You ever have a thought that just stays? Yeah. The conversation ended hours ago. The moment passed days ago. But somehow one little thing keeps circling back, like my mind left a light on for it. Funny how that happens. Still thinking about that, still replaying it, still finding new meaning in old words. Still thinking about that. Maybe some parts need more time. Not every answer arrives immediately. Some things unfold later. The mind works over time at midnight. Still thinking of maybe I needed to. It's funny how things make sense after midnight. Somewhere between the music, the silence, and the city lights, my brain starts connecting dots nobody asked it to. Ideas get louder, dreams get clearer, and random thoughts start sounding profound. At least right now. After midnight logic, everything clicks different. After midnight logic, the world slows down. After midnight logic, I start seeing possibilities I missed all day. After midnight logic hits every time. Maybe the noise leaves and the truth gets a turn. The best conversations happen in my head after midnight logic. There it is again. The drive back, it's different. Something about returning feels different than leaving. Maybe because you know more now than you did before. Maybe because the road home always gives you time to process. I needed that. The drive back put everything in perspective. The drive back made the noise quieter. Drive back reminded me what's important. The drive back always does. Funny how clarity likes the passenger seat. The road teaches to the drive back. Worth every mile. Feels good. Feels good. I spent enough years trying to be understood, trying to be accepted, trying to be chosen. Now I just show up as myself and let the rest sort itself out. Much easier. Nothing to prove, nothing to defend, nothing to explain, nothing to perform, nothing to prove. I finally got comfortable being me. Nothing to prove and there's freedom. The right people never needed convincing. Anyway, imagine carrying less. Nothing to prove. What a feeling. Funny thing, I almost missed it. I was so focused on the next thing, the next goal, the next chapter, the next milestone. I almost missed the fact that I was already living a life I prayed for. Imagine that. I almost missed it. Looking too far ahead. Almost missed it. Waiting for something bigger. Almost missed it. When the miracle was already happening. Almost missed it. Good thing I looked up. Sometimes gratitude looks like paying attention. The moment was already here.